Hi, in this video we're going to solve some linear equations. Alright, it is vitally important when we solve linear equations that the equations actually remain in balance. And we can do this by adding a number to or subtracting a number from both sides of the equation. So if we add something on one side of the equation, we've got to add something on the other side of the equation. Or we can multiply and divide both sides of the equation. So if we think of it like a scale, the left-hand side of the scale must balance to the right hand of the scale to keep it in balance. So we can solve linear equations by using inverse operations. Well, what are inverse operations? Well, inverse is the opposite of. So if we have addition, we can do subtraction. If we have subtraction, we can do addition. If we have multiplication, we can do division. And if we have division, we can do some multiplication. So these are inverse operations to each other. We can also check that the solution to the equation is in fact correct by substituting the solution into the original equation and by checking that both sides are actually equal to each other. So we'll do that next. Alright, well, let's see if we can solve this equation. 2x plus 3 equals 4. The first thing we need to realize is that we actually need to keep our x on the one side so that we can solve for x. Therefore we need to remove this plus 3. So the inverse operation of a plus is a negative. So we can write it as follows. 2x add 3 take 3 equals 4 take 3. So what we've done here is we've subtracted 3 on the left hand side of the equation. Therefore on the right hand side of the equation we must do exactly the same. We're keeping our scales in balance. We can then simplify. Well, add positive 3, take away 3 is going to give us 0. So our next line would be 2x equals 4 take 3 gives me 1. Our next step is 2x, that is 2 multiplied by x. The inverse operation of multiplied is divide. So we can therefore go 2x divided by 2 because we actually need to get our x by itself. And what we do on the left hand side we need to do on the right hand side. So it'll be 1 divided by 2. And we can clearly see there's our division by 2 on both sides of the equation. We can then simplify. We can say that goes into that once. Therefore x is equal to 1/2. So in order to check that this is in fact correct, we can now substitute 1/2 into our original equation. So let's do that. 2 multiplied by 1/2 add 3 equals 4. So 2 times 1/2, or 2 lots of 1/2 are 1, add 3 equals 4. Is 3 add 4 equal to 4? Yes, 4 equals 4. Therefore our answer is correct. Okay, well now we have a division, so x over 4 subtract 3 equals 7. Put the video on pause and give this one a go. Well, the first thing I want to do is actually get rid of this negative 3 over here. So I'm going to go x over 4 minus 3 add 3 equals 7 add 3. So what I've done to my right hand side or left hand side I need to do to my right hand side. So I've now gotten rid of the 3. I can cancel those two out. So I've now got x over 4 equals 7 add 3 is 10. My next step is to sort this out over here. This is x divided by 4. The inverse operations of a division is a multiplication. So therefore I can go x over 4 multiplied by 4 over 1, because 4 over 1 is the same as 4, which is what I need to solve over here, equals 10 multiplied by 4. Okay, so what I've done on my left hand side, I've multiplied by 4, I have to multiply by 4 on my right hand side. I can then solve this by cancelling within my fraction. X over 1 is the same as x equals 10 times 4 is 40. My next step is to confirm, in fact, that my answer is correct. So I'm going to substitute the value of x up here with the value of 40. So let's do that. 40 over 4 subtract 3 equals 7. Well, how many times does 4 go into 40? Well, it goes in 10 times. Yep. So 10 subtract 3 equals 7. 10 take away 3, is that 7? Yes, it is. 7 equals 7. Therefore, my answer is correct. Right, well, here's another one for you to do. Put the video on pause and come back when you're ready. Alright, well, I want to get rid of this 5 first. So I'm going to go 5 take 5 take 2x, or minus 2x equals 12. And I've taken 5 away, so I've got to take 5 away from the right hand side. So those two guys cancel each other out. So I've got negative 2x equals, what is 12 take 5? That gives me 7. Now I need to sort out this negative 2 because I need x by itself. So I am going to divide by negative 2 because the inverse operation of a multiplied by is a division by. So I'm going to go minus 2x divided by minus 2 equals 7 divided by minus 2. I can then solve this. The negative cancels with a negative and the 2 cancels with a 2. Therefore x equals negative 7 over 2. And we can simplify that further by saying how many times does 2 go into 7? Well, 2 goes into 7 3 times and 1/2, and don't forget the negative sign. So my next step is confirming, in fact, that x is negative 3.5, and I need to substitute that into the original equation. Alright, so let's go. So 5 subtract 2, and x is going to be negative 3.5 equals 12. So 5, and our next step is negative 2 multiplied by negative 3.5. Well, a negative multiplied by a negative is going to give me a positive, and what is 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 times a half is 1, so that's going to be 7 equals 12. And what is 5 add 7? Well, that's 12. Does 12 equal 12? Yes, it does. Therefore, my answer is correct. Right, this one's a little bit more complicated. 2x over 3 add 5 equals 7. Put the video on pause and give it a go. Alright, so I want to get rid of the 5, so I'm going to go 2x over 3 add 5 subtract 5 equals 7 subtract 5. Those two guys cancel each other out, therefore it's 2x over 3 equals 7 take 5 is 2. I need to sort my 3 out over here, so I'm going to multiply it by 3 because over here it is sitting as a division. Alright, so it's going to be 2x over 3 multiplied by 3 over 1 equals 2 times 3. Alrighty, those cancel each other out. Therefore I've got 2x is equal to 2 3s are 6. I need to sort out this over here. The inverse operation of multiplication is a division. So that becomes 2x over 2 equals 6 over 2. So what I do on the left, I do on my right. That cancels out. Therefore x is equal to, how many times does 2 go into 6? It goes in 3 times. So I now want to confirm that x is 3 by putting it into the original equation. So 2 times 3 over 3 plus 5 equals 7. Well, 2 3s are 6 over 3 add 5 equals 7. How many times does 3 go into 6? It goes in twice. 2 plus 7, 5 equals 7. So 2 and 5 is 7 equals 7. My answer is correct. Okay, one more. 2x plus 4 over 9 equals 2. See if you can solve this one. Put the video on pause and come back when you're ready. So the first thing I want to do is I want to solve this over here. I want to move this out the way. Okay. So I'm going to go 2x plus 4 over 9 multiplied by 9 over 1 equals 2 times 9. These guys cancel each other out, so it's 2x plus 4 equals 2 nines are 18. Next I want to sort out this, so I'm going to go 2x plus 4 take 4 equals 18 take 4. They cancel each other out. 2x equals 14. And now I want to sort this out over here, so I'm going to divide it by 2. So I'm going to go 2x divided by 2 equals 14 divided by 2. That cancels, therefore x is equal to 7. And I want to check my answer, so I'm going to put x is equal to 7 back into my original equation. Right, so let's do that. 2 multiplied by 7 plus 4 divided by 9 equals 2. Well, 2 times 7 is 14 plus 4 over 9 equals 2. What is 14 add 4 is 18 divided by 9 equals 2. And how many times does 9 go into 18? Goes in twice, equals 2. Well done, got the answer right. And that's pretty much the end of solving linear equations.